Hi, morning, it's me Paul in Cyprus. Just a quick help video that people have asked me to do. I'm going to be covering three things today. Going to show you how to handle your install of the upcoming Pocket Pennant Run update or patch or whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of the outstanding niggles that are fixed in that, so myself and Craig can carry on looking at future improvements, which I know when they come out will blow you away really. But for the moment, let's talk about how you install an update. So the first thing I've got to say, a lot of people who've come to me with issues have been installing apps, etc., including Pocket Pennant Run, on non-default locations, so not on the root drive, the C drive. Put simply, all apps and programs should be installed on the root drive. If you start installing them on your desktop, it's not got the exact memory architecture, and if you can run into problems. And similarly, if you install in your download folder, or keep everything simple, put it on your C drive. Now at the bottom on my taskbar you can see I have a shortcut to File Explorer, but if you don't have that, you can always type in File Explorer in your search, whichever version of Windows you've got, or it'll be in your start menu. If you've got 10, I think it is. Either way, first thing you do, go to your File Explorer and then scroll down to Local Disk C. So you want to go to C, and then you can see on this C you've got various things here, and there's various things that don't. Some programs by default install within program files. For instance, Steam. I think Steam is in there, yep. Steam, and then Steam apps, common. So any Steam apps I've got are in there, but that's their default. Unless something does that, stick to your local C. And Pennant Run is designed to be installed on your root drive, you see. It's always looking for that by default when any pop-ups or art or anything. So the first thing to do is go to your copy of Pennant Run and right click and rename. You can rename it by adding old at the end, or as I do, you can see one here, Pennant Run XX, but you can call it anything as long as you recognise that it's not your current Pennant Run that you're going to install. Now, you only have to do this if this is a full install that's coming. If it's a full install, when you get your zip file and it asks you where do you want to extract it to, as long as you've changed that Pennant Run, your current version, to an old name, a different name, then just choose C and extract to C. It will then create this folder, within it all of the up-to-date files and folders for the new version of Pennant Run. Now, if it's just the patch that's being introduced, you don't need to do that. You don't need to rename your old Pennant Run. Instead, what you will get is, let me just see if I've got any in downloads. I've got a lot because obviously Craig is sending me regularly. Let's see if I've got, oh, I know. I put them in something called Pocket Baseball. There they are. They'll all come with a different number or name, or it might just, the new version might just come with Pennant Run. Whatever it comes as, once you've downloaded it, because you'll download it and it'll appear in this folder, what you do is you, let's just go back, you right click on it. So let's say one that's called Pennant Run. You right click and copy. Okay, and then you go back to your version of Pennant Run where you want to install this, and you double click, and then you right click and paste. It will then ask you, do you want to replace the file in the destination? If you don't get that message, you're putting it in the wrong folder. I'm not going to do that for this one, because obviously this is I've got installed my latest test version here, so I'm going to skip that file. So that's not copied. Okay, I've got the latest version I've got from yesterday. So, but that's what you do. Right click, paste, answer yes, and it will overwrite that with the latest version of Pennant Run. Okay, now let's assume you're new to Pocket Pennant Run, or you want you're reinstalling, or for some reason you're putting a new zip. In that case, my suggestion from before stands. Go back, rename your old version Pennant Run XX or whatever you want to call it, and let's say you've got saved project files, custom teams, custom artwork. What you need to do is double click to go into that. Let's do the artwork first. If you've got any custom logos, go into there first, highlight all the ones you want, select all, right click, copy, go back to your new menu, go into artwork, custom logos, right click and paste. Again, I'm not going to do it because I've got a load in there myself already. And the second thing you need to do is you need to go into database files. And there's 3 files in this, and it's the bottom 3 files: PR players, PR teams, and season replays. So if you've got any specific players you've created, if you've got any custom teams at all, or you've played a system replay, highlight these 3, right click, copy, go to your new version, right click, Pennant Run, database files, right click and paste. Again, I'm not going to do it because I've got my up-to-date version in there, but you'll paste it in there, and then it will come again with the message, do you want to replace these? The answer is yes, you do want to replace it. So hope that helps some of you who have been having troubles with installs, installing in download folders and various other game folders that Microsoft decides you may want to use. It's best to have it on your root drive and everything's clean, then it's easy to spot and easy to change your names. Okay, and the other thing I'm going to show you quickly is, I'm not going to go over borderless gaming again, but there is an inbuilt, a long-standing issue with Windows where some apps are off the bottom of the screen and you can't see all of them. I've done videos where people show people how to use borderless gaming. I don't make any recommendations for any of these apps that you use and install. They are at your own risk. I use them and I've had no problems, but my virus checkers are totally up to date and I have a robust security system. Please do not install anything without having up-to-date virus checkers. If you rely on Windows Defender, please make sure you're totally up to date. Windows Update is completely up to date with its latest definitions. Okay, and I make the same recommendation for the app I'm about to show you. It's not, I'm not telling you you have to install it, and I'm not responsible for anything that happens. It's what I use. If you've got robust virus checkers, I've never found a virus in it, but that doesn't mean it can't be subject to being hit the same as anything else. So make sure you're up to date all the time. And the next one is people say they like the transparent windows I've started using. It's just to give a little bit of a flavour. So I've got the field in the background. We'll use my desktop for this demonstration as I've got Wrigley there at the moment. So let's say I'm going to play let's say I've decided to quick play a game from history. We're going to play what's a surprise, 2016 Chicago Cubs loads tube schedule, and we're going to play game 7. Still never won this series in any game engine of wood. We're going to play a game, and we're going to go with the lineups as they are. There we are. We'll just use Board Game Assistant, no dice. It doesn't make any difference. No, let's choose Pocket Pennant Run Advanced. Okay. Settings, normal, advanced. Doesn't matter. We're not going to play the actual game. Okay. So at the moment, as you can see, that is completely opaque. You can't see the field behind it. I use this little app called Spooky View, and it's only a little app, and you can set up your apps in here. And I have Pennant Run. It's the only one I use transparency on. And you can change the view, so you can make it transparent. Let's apply that, and there we go. Let's just get rid of the windows behind, just to make it obvious to you. Close this. You don't need to keep that open. Close, close, close. Let's bring up the game day, and you can see starting to come through is the field behind. You may not be able to see it properly on my picture, but it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So I don't know why I'm making that smaller. And you can adjust the size of the picture, so you can get any of your background. If any of you have got Digital Diamond Baseball, a lot of or Action PC or any of the others, I'll just show you. Let's just go to the C drive again. Let's go into Program Files, Steam, Common Apps. No, I've actually got it here. Digital Diamond 13, Ballparks. There we go. So let's say you were playing, let's say you're playing, what doesn't matter, Cincinnati 2001, and you can have the picture in the background. You can even make it, I won't do it now because it's a pain to get back to, but you can even make that the background that you're using. Just and you can see in the background. So whatever you've got behind it, you can see. And the thing is, you can adjust. Let's just get rid of this. You can adjust the percentage that you want. If you want to make it more see-through, you can do it there. You need to leave it enough visible so you can actually see what's happening in the game. But it just brings another little thing to it. gives you a bit more. And I also have in the background, I go to YouTube. Let's just bring YouTube on, and I play. Let's just stop this. Always bringing me Cyprus. Let's just say Yankee Stadium ambience. Let's just say that. And in the background, I will have let me just turn my sound up. In the background, oh yeah, here's the volume. So I pick appropriate games, and then in the background I've got my noises, and I can make it for whichever. It just adds a few things to your game, and it makes it come alive for me. But each to their own. I know Craig's looking at pictures for the next update that we're going to start working on, player picks. Oh, sorry, let me just stop that noise. Craig's working on player picks, fitting them in the game. But at the moment, if I'm playing on my big screen, what I do, if I'm playing any season, I have the picks at the top and the bottom lined, because I've not got space on my laptop, but on my big screen I have, of the lineups from DDB. It all adds to what you're watching. I hope you've liked that short video this morning, and I hope it helps. But as ever, if you get stuck once it comes out, the update, just give me preferably a direct message. Don't always get to it on Facebook straight away, so but if you send me a direct message or an email, I'm happy to respond as soon as I see it. Don't forget about the time difference in Cyprus, so you're between 7 and 9 hours, I think, in difference, maybe 7 and 10 in the US, and 2 if you're in the UK. But I will get to it as soon as I see it, as soon as I'm awake, basically. That's it for now. Take care.